Metroland photographer Nikki Wesley is back in the studio, her regular Thursday slot. We missed you.
Oh, thanks. It was a wonderful vacation.
Oh, I'm glad you had a great time, but we have some serious things to talk about here in the region. Motorcycle collisions are on the rise in Halton region. What's going on?
So obviously motorcycle season starts a little bit later than the beginning of the year, but since the middle of March, we've had 7 motorcycle collisions over Halton, and 4 of them have been fatal. 3 of them have been life-altering accidents. So Brian Myers has done a report in both the Oakville Beaver and the Burlington Post. You can also get it on Inside Halton, just discussing preventions for motorcycle riders, like wearing brighter clothing, leaving space around you, also, taking some classes if you're a new rider, and also some tips for motorists to help keep our motorcyclists safe.
Of course, because it's a two-way street, no pun intended.
Absolutely.
Both parties need to be safe at the same time.
Absolutely.
So moving on to a bit of an even sadder note, a very well-known journalist and historian in Milton just passed away.
That's right. So Jim Dills, who was instrumental here, you can see him here, instrumental in starting the Historical Society up in Milton, also instrumental in preserving what we now know as Town Hall, and also Goldie's Blacksmith Shop, passed away last Friday at the age of 88. And there's a really nice tribute to him in the Milton Canadian Champion written by David Lee, and just outlining all of the contributions that he gave to Milton, in addition to, being a journalist at our own Milton Canadian Champion and then going on to be the publisher.
It sounds like he will be missed for a lot of the things that he did in the community to make it the way it is, and making sure that we have that history to look back on in Milton as it grows so quickly.
Absolutely.
And last but not least, it's been Drowning Prevention Week all week long. So what are some tips that you've heard from people within the city of Burlington and at public pools to make sure that kids stay safe?
Absolutely. So one of the things that you want to make sure that you do with your children, in addition to doing swimming lessons, because while swimming lessons are great, they're not a high stress situation. When kids drown, they don't typically, they don't fall in a straightforward way. They're not jumping in. So as you can see here, like one of the activities that a drowning prevention class had them rolling in, so they were sort of disoriented in the water, so that they had to discover for themselves which way was up. Mm-hmm. Also wearing clothing, like having your kids practicing swimming in clothing to feel the weight.
Right.
Because if they fall in a river, they're not going to be wearing their bathing suit.
And they're going to be weighed down.
And then Roland Cilliers wrote a piece that's on Inside Halton and in the Burlington Post about 6 tips that adults can do to help prevent, including the obvious one: watch your kids, because drowning there's no noise, it's silent. When you're a small child and you're drowning, you go straight down. You can't come up and scream. You don't splash. You go down. So it's imperative to watch your children. And then there's 5 other tips that I'll let your viewers read up on.
Make sure you check out your Metroland papers wherever you are in the region. If you have any more story ideas or where you want to check out what Inside Halton's been up to, there's the website there. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram, and we will see you next week, Nikki.
Nice to see you.